what the black man and woman needs to know about the nation, about the world, about themselves. Muhammad Speaks It. To order your 12-issue subscription to Muhammad Speaks newspaper, 313-371-7033. 313-371-7033. Kareem Bean Pie is the grand champion of all bean pies. The rich flavor and smooth texture takes this pie to a whole new level of delicious. One bite and you'll understand why people all over the country call daily to order Kareem Bean Pie. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033. Kareem Bean Pie.
This bean pie is delicious.
Muhammad Speaks presents Messenger Elijah Muhammad's Teachings by Minister Khalil Shabazz every Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. at Muhammad's Temple of Islam, 12609 East McNichols Road in Detroit.
Brothers and sisters, we're prayer. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Soul Master's Day of Judgment in which we now live. The alone do we serve, and the alone seeks for thine help and aid. O Allah, please guide us on the right path, path of those upon whom thou spell thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he, Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none is earth to be served, worship, or praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is thy true servant and last apostle. Ameen. We'd like to acknowledge the brothers and sisters that extended us the greetings of Assalamu alaikum. We have Brother Captain Hakeem and the believers in Richmond. We have Sister Hala Brooks of California. And we have Brother Mustafa and Sister Sharice Ali from Ohio. I'd like to say in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and in the name of his last and greatest messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I'd like to greet the brothers and sisters with the Nation of Islam's greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. Today we like to talk about the coward black man loves the skunk of the planet Earth. We see this brother is Coach Moore. He is the coach, well, was the coach of Michigan. He didn't got messed up because he loved a skunk. It's a lot I want to say today. We're going to try to squeeze as much as we can. Because today, we don't call the white woman what she is. We call them snow bunnies. That's what they say. Following after Umar Johnson. The white woman is a snow bunny. That's still a cute name. To call them a snow bunny. The messenger taught us they are skunk. They not just a skunk of Michigan, or the skunk of Ohio, or the skunk of North America, or the skunk of the Western Hemisphere. He said they the skunk of the planet Earth. That's right. Because we got to change the language. We got so many people stealing from the messenger and changing his language. So this brother, he loves a skunk. He married a skunk, then he cheated on the skunk with another skunk. Then the skunks fired the brother. So we got two things we want to define. We want to talk about why this brother a coward and what makes the white woman a skunk. All right. First, we got to start with the messenger. Because we got a snake named Shahrazad Ali. Every time I talk about the black woman, I can't leave her out. Because she is the Louis Farrakhan of the MGT. You gotta just keep it real. She don't have followers like this hypocrite. But when it comes to misleading the black man, she is the Louis Farrakhan of the MGT. I ain't got no picture of her. We'll show a picture in the video. So, Shabazz Ali changed the language of the message. Because when it comes to the black woman, the messenger's focus was the black man. We got to always remember that. Because just like parents are responsible for their children, the black man is responsible for the black family. That's his responsibility. So if the black family fails, it's the responsibility and the fault of the man. It ain't the fault of the woman. I know that's a bitter pill. But they say it costs to be the boss. So the messenger had articles in the Muhammad Speaks that's called Re-Educate the Black Man. Because under the white man, we become a cow. The black man say the reason why they date white women is because they easy to deal with. And the black man just want peace. That's a coward's response. Because the reason why the white woman, as you say, or any other woman that black men choose to date, gives you peace, or is less drama, is because they fathers and husbands don't allow men to do to their woman what you allow men to do to your woman. So because the black man is a chicken-hearted little cow, instead of fixing his house, he go to another man's house and say, since you raised your daughters and protected them, I want her because she gives me peace. He can find peace with a skunk, but can't find peace with the queen mother of civilization. That's a coward. So to change and reverse this coward mentality, the messenger said, re-educate the black man. Yes, he got to be taught all over again. So the messenger, in FOI class, this is a picture of Malcolm X as the national representative of the message. Re-educating the black man. Teaching them what it means to be a man. So on the blackboard, it has husbandry. Then on the left side, it has man. Man equals husband, and husband equals father. Man equals protector and provider. Man equals controller and elevator. That's what we're going to talk about today, because we can't get into all of the definition. But we're going to talk about what is an elevator. Because this is how the black man needs to be re-educated. Yes, sir. Because when he look at the black woman, he look at it like it's her fault. Why she like how she is. Because they listen to snakes like Shabazz Ali. She the biggest snake that ever put on an MGT gun. Yes. We just got to keep it real. Because the messengers say you must be careful in who you call your friends in this day. That's true. We got to draw that line in the sand. Because there's a lot of brothers who think they believe in the teachings of the message, but they really don't. Because when you listen to brothers sympathize with her, agree with her, like her, they think they believe in the teachings of the message, but they don't. We got to realize these are the hard facts. Hard facts. The messenger taught us as Muslims. He said, hypocrites make themselves manifest. We got to understand that. Because hypocrites sit among the believers pretending like I believe like you. But they really don't believe. The way you know if a person believes is just listen to what they say. They gonna tell you whether they believe or not. Because the messenger taught the black man that he is an elevator of the black one. Now, what does it mean when you say an elevator? Simple Google search. It says, what happens when a man elevates a woman? It says, when a man elevates a woman, it means he supports her growth, empowers her, inspires her, and fosters an environment where she feels safe, valuable, and able to be her authentic self. All that. Now the messenger got all these on the board. We ain't talking about provider, protector, controller, authority, head, father, husband, just elevate. That's all the black man's supposed to be doing to elevate the black woman. Yes. Because there's no excuse to just look at the black woman and say, oh, she a hoe. Look how she dressed. Look how she act. She depend on the government. But let's go back to what it means to be an elevator. When a man elevates a woman, it means he supports her growth. So the sister could be in the mud. But when the black man elevates, he supports her growth from the mud to being a wife. That's an elevator. Empowers her. Empowers means make someone stronger and more confident, especially in controlling their life. So if you an elevator, black woman in the mud, you supposed to empower her. Give her the confidence to get out of the mud. Yes, sir. Give her the confidence to come up. Give her the confidence to change her attitude. Give her the confidence to be who she's supposed to be. Yes, sir. Then it says inspires her. That's the black man. But see, when we got snakes like Shabazz Ali, the coward, chicken-hearted black man love her. Because it's easy to listen to Shabazz. Because what most of these brothers do, who don't believe in the teachings of the messenger, because you don't believe in the teachings of the messenger because you believe what he says to uplift you. We got to understand, all that black man is God stuff these brothers be taught. You don't believe in the teachings of the messenger because that's just what you talking about. You believe in the teachings of the messenger when you believe what he says about us as a group. What he says about us as a nation. What he say about white people as a group. What he say about Master Farah. You got to believe it all. Right. You can't just say, oh, I believe that when you look into the face of a black man, you look at God. I believe that. But I don't believe when he say a black woman who I'm calling a hoe, I'm supposed to elevate her. She not a, I'm going to elevate. So if I see this hoe, as the black man say, I'm supposed to elevate her. I'm supposed to inspire her. I'm supposed to give her confidence to follow the message. That's elevate. It says, and fosters an environment where she feels safe, valued, and able to be her authentic self. That's the big one. Because a lot of these coward brothers believe do for self mean myself. They think control means abuse. No, you do it for self. You controlling the black woman to provide for her an environment where she can be safe, valued, and her authentic self. That's the man. That's what the messenger mean when he said control the black woman. You supposed to be creating an environment where she feels safe. Where the black woman feels safe at today? We don't even feel safe, let alone talking about a black woman. I be in the city, don't feel safe. So how should I feel like my wife feels safe? I don't feel safe. It ain't nowhere in America I feel safe. But the messenger said, as an elevator, you have to create an environment where the woman feels, where you foster an environment where she feels safe, valued. Because you can provide a space where a woman feels safe. A woman can come here to the temple and feel safe. Like, I ain't outside with them. I'm in here with, I feel safe. They checking. They got a safe environment, but she got to also feel valued. That's another thing you got to do. Make them feel like they value. Then make them feel like they can be themselves. Not how I want them to be herself. That's the control, because brothers think sisters need to be how we want them to be. But she need to be herself. Maybe you might have a sister that talk a lot. Some sisters do. Even they got to be themselves. She got to feel like if I want to express myself, I can come around the Muslims and be myself. Some sisters might be quiet. They don't like to talk a lot. She's supposed to be able to come and be able to be quiet and just feel valued, like they don't bother me. I don't talk, they treat me nice. They value me too. It might be some sisters that like to be all kind of way. They gotta feel like I can be myself. My authentic self. How I wanna be. As far as righteousness is concerned. That's what the black man's supposed to be as an elevator. Then it goes on to say, leading to mutual respect. The black man with Shabazz be talking about black woman go to work, listen to her white boss, then come back home and give her husband an attitude. Why should a man not understand that? The white man paying her. The white man provide. She gotta help you. She gotta be around the white man when he flirting with her. She around people who hate her. Then she come home to you, no compassion. Still gotta cook, gotta clean. Why she shouldn't have an attitude with you? What kind of nigga think you can send a black woman off to this world that hate her? She gotta work just as hard as you. Then she gotta come home and you still expect her to cook and clean. That's a nigga. We need to be re-educated. The nigga feel like his responsibility need to be lightened by her. to help him pay bills, make him feel like a man cooking and cleaning, but he don't do nothing for her. He the provider. On the chart, provider. Messengers say 100%. That's why we like Shabazz. I used to didn't understand why people like Shabazz so much. Before I was a Muslim, it was sisters that read that the Black Man's Guide. I was never into that. Even when I was a lost found, I never needed no book like that. I had a mama, I had sisters. I didn't, why I got to read a woman telling me how to, I live with black people. By the time I was dating, I ain't never met no black woman she be talking about. Never. I met a black woman like the messenger be talking about. Queen Mother of Civilization. Them the type of women, when I was in the dead world, whatever type of brother you was, that's the type of woman you would attract. I ain't never seen no brother had no problem with women like how they be talking about in this generation with this Kevin Samuel stuff. I just seen brothers sometime would have good wives. I remember the first time I saw this brother do this sister so cold. When we would have duty on the ship, we couldn't leave the ship. We would have to stay on the ship to perform our duties. So his wife would cook food and bring the food to him, cook food. Now, he ain't got to eat on the mess deck. He got his wife cooking him food. She would come, bring him the food, sit with him, watch him eat it, and talk to him and everything. Then she'll leave. Soon as she leave, his little, what you call work wife come. He be with her. That's what brothers used to do. Got them kind of wives. Sister that they on the 6-month deployment, sister at home waiting for him to come out on the pier. That's how I saw sisters when I was in the dead work. This brother one time, and we gonna get back. One time this brother wrote a letter. He had a girlfriend and a wife. I don't know how. But he sent his wife the letter he was supposed to send his girlfriend, and sent the girlfriend the letter he was supposed to send his wife. So when they got on the pier, both of them got together. And when he got out on the pier, they both dissed him at the same time. That's the type of stuff I used to see with bro. I ain't never saw the Shabazz sisters. Now, I'm not saying that them type sisters don't exist. But in my world, I never was dealing with them kind of women. I never felt like the black woman was so out of control I need to read a book. But let's move on. It says leading to mutual respect, deeper attraction. That's what the black man don't want to hear. The white woman got a man. She got the white man. I be wondering what really makes the white woman want a black man. The only thing I can come up is she like to see the black man leave his woman to be with her. Because she got a white man who created a world for her to be her authentic self. A world where she can do what she want to do, go where she want, celebrate her own holidays, wear her own name, speak her own language, practice her own religion. The white man go to wars and win the wars, taking over country. Why would she want a black man? Because she hate the black woman so much. Just to see the old coward nigga take her around all these single sisters. And the coward nigga don't feel nothing. That's what the white woman like. She like to listen to the chicken-hearted nigga say, well, I deal with her because she easy to deal with. While she looking at this nigga, you easy to deal with too, nigga. You still got the white man's name. You a hog eater. You drank. Nigga, you still ain't faithful. Nigga, you easy to deal with too, nigga. All that money you done made about to be mine, nigga. Me and these little children you had, nigga, you easy to deal with too. Good for the nigga. Maybe he might learn, maybe not. Maybe it's some more skunks he like. Some more skunks he see. Maybe that's the case. So it goes on. It says deeper attraction and a stronger partnership built on confidence and shared vision rather than control or superiority. Then it breaks it down. It says inspiration and growth. It says he challenges her to grow, sees her potential, and helps her become a better version of herself, drawing out her strength. So when the black man being re-educated, he taught that the black woman is the queen mother of civilization. So when it says inspiration and growth, he challenges her to grow. So when you see the black woman in the mud, you challenge her to grow. You don't see her there, oh, she just a hoe. She just, oh, look at her attitude. No, you challenge her to grow. Because you being re-educated. You know what she is. You see her condition. And when you an elevator, you tell you better than that. Yes. That ain't who you are. Right. You the queen mother of civilization. Teach. So it goes on. It says, and helps her become a better version of herself. The version of her in the mud ain't herself. That's a bad version of her. But the better version of her is the queen mother of civilization. Yes, sir. So as an elevator, that's what you see when you see her in the mud. So you challenging her to grow. Then the next thing you know, you got a sister that loves herself. It says support and security. It says he provides a sense of safety, takes responsibility in areas like providing, and alleviates burdens, allowing her to thrive without constant stress. But the chicken-hearted nigga, the nigga that's deaf, dumb, and blind, the nigga that's listening to Shabazz, listening to Kevin Samuels, he the high-value nigga. He the lost-found Jenkins, Jackson, Jones, hog-eating, alcohol-drinking, scared nigga, but he the high-value nigga in North America. He the high-value nigga. Until the skunks get sick of this nigga and show you just another nigga like the rest. That's right. Just another nigga. So when you are an elevator, it says he provides a sense of safety, takes responsibility in areas like provide. The coward, chicken-hearted black man, he don't have no problem with providing for the white woman. No problem at all doing that. But when it comes to a black woman, he don't want to provide. He want to do the 50-50. These brothers, and I know that each generation get worse. But when I was coming up, I'm not saying like we better than them, this generation. Because my parents used to tell us how they was better than us. So it keeps getting worse. But when we was coming up, I ain't saying it was right. But it seemed like to me, most of the brothers I knew wanted to be a player. That's what we wanted to be. So we wanted to take the girl out. You know, me take them out. somewhere nice. That's how we used to thought that's what the man's supposed to do. We thought being a player, let take him out. That's what a man's supposed to take him out. Pay for it. That's what we thought. Now, we wasn't as gentlemen as probably our fathers and them were, but we thought a man's supposed to provide for a woman, like take these brothers now. I be listening to these brothers like, is you ain't gay? These brothers be sounding fruity to me. These Israelite niggas, them niggas sound like they got sugar in their tank.
Enjoying the show? Help keep us on the air. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033 to make a donation.
No heterosexual man finds that much wrong with a woman. That's how I felt. I ain't never mind a weave. My sister wear weaves. Never saw a problem with that. She get braids sometime, weave, sometimes she wear her own hairs. I ain't never did, brother, they weaves. What's wrong with a weave? Never saw nothing wrong. We used to have them sisters used to wear them big, they call them door knockers. That was what I meant. I don't understand. But it says, it goes on to say, it says, and alleviates burdens. That's what the black man's supposed to do for the black woman. Alleviate burdens. How many burdens do we alleviate? Brother don't think he's supposed to do nothing. He just think the black man's God, let me listen to Shabazz. But the sister's supposed to do everything for you, but you don't do. She's supposed to look at you like you God, and you ain't nothing but a nigga who ain't got nothing. Because if the black man can look at a white woman and say she gives you peace, what you think a black woman could say about a white man? When we all work for him, you work for him too, nigga. You got his name. You drink his alcohol. You a happy, good little nigga for the white man. Why you mad at me? You ain't built nothing for us. We don't have our own supermarkets, restaurants, grocery, nigga. Why you mad at me? When I go to work, I be good and happy and smiling like you do, nigga. You a happy little, good little so-called American nigga. So I follow after my man. You happy with nothing, nigga? I'm happy with nothing, nigga. What you want me to do? But the coward nigga, because it all falls on the black man. It hit a little different when the black man started being himself. I remember the first time when I changed my name. I didn't think that my name change would cause such a reaction. It caused a reaction with everybody, with black people and white people. One time I had to go to the Secretary of State because I had to get something for my CDL. So I had the paperwork of me changing my name from Jenkins to Shabazz. I never seen this white woman in my life. Never seen her at all. So I give her the paperwork. She looked down at the paperwork and seen my name. She's like, why did you change your name? And I'm like, this is my name. But she was offended about me changing my name. Then it's been other times, just recent. I was at the store, so I gave the cashier my credit card. She looked at it and it said Shabazz. I forgot what country I think she said she was from Syria or something. Her reaction was so moving that when me and my wife, we looking at each other like, God, hey, she just like, this your name? I'm like, yeah. She like, you were born here? Like, yeah. She's like, your parents was born here? Like, yeah. Your grandparents, you from America? Like, yeah. She was like, wow. She was like, this name is a great name. Like, she was really like, you sure? Like, yeah, no, I'm not. She was making a big deal out of the name. So when the white man sees the black man, accept his own and be itself, that puts more pressure on the black man. That's what separates the men from the boys. Because no matter what you say, we all know we was enslaved. We all know it was 400 years of cruelty. We all know we still wear that badge in our names. So where the rubber meets the road, who gonna change their name? Who gonna accept their own one? Who gonna be a part of something to try to help the condition of your people? That's where the rubber meets the road. That's why the messenger said the black man must be re-educated. He must be taught all over again. And the first thing he needs to be taught is his relationship to his woman. Yes. So it goes on to say, it says respect and value. It says he shows deep interest in her needs. Another thing, black man ain't concerned with the black, especially these Shabazz brothers. And what makes Shabazz so bad? The messenger ain't here no more to watch Muslims. So other than Farrakhan, Muslims can pretty much do what they want to do. They don't have to make no commitment to actually be a part of something that's really trying to do something to keep the messenger's teachings alive. We can just do what we want to do. We can sit around and criticize Farrakhan like this Ramadan. All the Muslims that ain't made no commitment to nothing just dog Farrakhan because they know he don't practice Ramadan like the messenger said. So all we do is say, oh, he ain't following the teachings of the messenger because he don't follow Ramadan like the messenger said. That make us feel like we Muslims. But you too. You ain't trying to uplift and elevate the black woman. You don't spend 2 hours a day trying to get the dead. You ain't giving charity. You ain't a part of no temple. You ain't trying to do nothing to further the program of the message. You ain't doing nothing. Then you sit around and criticize black women like they ain't nothing. You the Muslim. You know how to be. But she the hoe. She don't know. But you just look at her like something really wrong with you. Messenger used to write articles called Hiding the Truth. He said once we accept the truth, it's our duty to spread it to as many people as we can. That's our duty. We held responsible. It says, what is the duty of the civilized man? His duty is to teach civilization to the uncivilized. Then it say, what must be done if the civilized man fails to do his duty? That's what we got to understand when it comes to the teachings of the messenger. When we know the teachings of the messenger, but we sit on. We know the teachings of the messenger, but we don't give it properly to the lost file. We add lies to it. That's us failing to do our duty. And it says he must be punished by the Nation of Islam. It's a penalty. You seeing all these sisters in the mud and you ain't doing nothing to help, it's a penalty for that. You sitting around thinking I'm just straight. No, you ain't straight. Allah looking at you, all these sisters that's in the mud you just walked past, it's a penalty for that. Allah ain't come here just to make, he came here for 17 meals. So it says respect and value. He shows deep interest in her needs, desires, and opinions. That's what the black man's supposed to do for the black woman. A prostitute. You supposed to show a deep desire for her need, interest in her need. What you need, the prostitute, what she need. She a black woman. We elevators. She got needs. She was being deprived of stuff. So the messenger asked the messenger, he got to think about her needs too. What do she need? What do the man in the mud, the prisoner need? What he need? The stuff he need. He dealing with the war. He can't have Qurans. He got to eat hard because they serving him. No. The messenger got to think about his needs too. So the prostitute, what's her needs? The people in the mud, what's their needs? They got needs and wants and desires. We got to show interest in their wants, in their needs, in their desires, in their opinions, what they think. You might sell them a paper and they might feel like, I think you should do this. You got to, oh, okay, yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you, sister. People call in and say, well, I think that you're okay. You got to show interest in their opinions. That's the elevator. It says leadership and vision. He leads with confidence, has direction, and creates clarity, which builds trust and attraction. That's the black man. We gotta lead with confidence, just like the messenger. Messenger told us something, he'd make a program, he confident, we confident. Whatever he said, do, we did. Lead with confidence. You the queen mother with confidence. I ain't saying it like I'm guessing. Sister, you the queen mother of civilization. You better than that. Look at these other sisters in the tent. Why don't you come on down and listen to some teachings? You might hear something that could help. Saying it with confidence. Look what it did for me. There's plenty of sisters that was like you that done followed the message. We all the same. That's how you supposed with confidence. Lead with confidence. So let's go on even further than that. Now we want to start with a minister for the message. Because this is aimed at lost found brothers and Muslims too. Because we got to understand, how did brothers teach brothers? Not how sisters teach brothers. How did brothers teach brothers? So let's go to the November 17th, 1972, Muhammad speaks. It's called Treatment of the Black Man in America. This is by Minister Yusuf Shah. He says, Messenger Muhammad teaches that we must elevate our black woman. We must protect our black woman. We must love our black woman. We must build a home for our black woman. We must put her back in her proper place, which is the mother of civilization. You don't hear the Shahrazad and the Kevin Samuels verbiage when you listen to the message. This is what we got to do. He say we must elevate the black woman. That's number one. We must protect the black woman. That's number two. We must love our black woman. That's number three. All this we got to do. The black man. All this stuff we not doing. But this is stuff that we must do. We must love our black woman. We must build a home for our black woman. He ain't talking to Shahrazad talk. He telling the brothers, this is what we must do. Build a home for them. We gotta love. See, we gotta love. That's something hard for us to do, because we hate ourselves. All these Shahrazad Ali brothers hate themselves. It's called projection. All the coward, chicken-hearted niggas seeing themselves what they say about the black woman.
Yeah, that's right.
Because if you was really believing in the teachings of the message, you wouldn't see them like that. You would see them like the messenger song. I got something that can help.
Yeah.
So every black man that I get, I'm going to encourage him to take my teachings to help.
Yes, sir.
That's how a black man feel when he believe in the teachings of the message. But when you got a coward, chicken-hearted nigga, he hate himself. He don't accept the teachings of the message. He just want to get the teachings to make himself feel better, or look better in the eyes of other people, but he still hate himself. He don't think he God. If a black man thought he was God, why you wouldn't elevate a black woman?
Right.
Why would you talk about him so bad in front of everybody? You wouldn't do that if you thought you were God, but you don't think you God. You just know how people feel when they hear you say it. Messengers say sometimes people just want to say something different and strange. Just so they can speak to everybody like, oh, wow, I ain't never heard that before, but you don't believe. Because you know how a person believes something through their actions.
That's right.
Messenger said that God created the black woman to reproduce himself. But when you got a nigga who hate himself, he don't want to reproduce himself, and if he do, he hate that too. So the nigga loves Shahrazad. Let me listen to Shahrazad. But the message, he say we got to love our woman. That's what we must do. He didn't say just love the ones that's all right. Love them all.
Yes.
Love the one in the mud. Them was the ones the messenger had the brothers after. The brother and the sister in the mud.
That's right.
So it goes on to say, it say we must put her back in her proper place, which is the mother of civilization. Every man, woman, and child on earth today is originally from the black woman. He said every black woman in America should love Almighty God Allah, who came to the wilderness of North America July 4th, 1930. And his messenger, our beloved leader and teacher, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Why do I say the black woman should love Almighty God Allah and his messenger? Because they are the only ones who care for the black woman in America. Not Shahrazad, not Kevin Samuels, not Umar Johnson, not this nigga Bishop, but the message.
Yes.
Only time you will hear a black man tell another black man to love a black woman is from the mouth of the messenger's father. Only time you hear it. So then he goes on to say, he says, so my beloved sisters, the white man will never change. He just gets slicker. Messenger Muhammad teaches us the devil wants you to share hellfire with him. So fly to Allah and his messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and Muslim men who will love you, respect you, protect you, and provide for you before it is too late. I ain't gonna say it's too late, but it's thin. Cause these Muslims today ain't the same. You can't tell a sister that a Muslim brother or lover today like this brother could. Like, come on to the temple. Where the Muslim men, they'll love you, they'll protect you, they'll try to do not today. These are Shahrazad's children today. These brothers, they don't care nothing about a black woman. So you can't say with confidence, hey sister, just no, you got one where you live. You gotta go see what brothers is in there. What else? Said, I don't know. Said, trust in Allah. Trust in Allah. That's all I can tell you, sister. Keep listening. I mean, listen to who you feel like you should listen to, but trust in Allah. Because you can't say with confidence no more about these Muslim brothers. They like too many people now. When you was a Muslim with the messenger, he was your leader and teacher and guide. Now you got Shahrazad now. Shahrazad. I don't like her. I think she the biggest snake in the world. How could a sister that was an MGT talk about the black woman like her? Encouraging these chicken-hearted niggas to hate her. I don't like her. Let's go on even further with the message. Now let's go to a rank and file, bro. I forgot to write the date on this. We're going to put the date in the video. It says, black man must elevate woman. This is by Brother Edward X. Chapman. He says, Messenger Muhammad teaches the black man here in the wilderness of North America to rise up and pull the black woman out of the mud that this evil and corrupt white race has bathed her in. You only gonna hear that from afar. You ain't hearing that from Shabazz. They love Shabazz. She don't tell the black man, it's your job to pull the black woman out of the mud. That's what the messenger taught.
That's right.
So if she was an MGT, that's what she heard. But that snake ain't telling. That's why a coward man loves Shahrazad. It encourages and fuels in little chicken, little hot. He hate himself and he hate his woman. They hate Shahrazad too. But niggas who hate they self is opportunists. She give him an opportunity to be himself. So that's why he pretend like he like her, but every other black woman, he hate her. That's how the white man do. This white woman act like she love this nigga. Oh, I love you. But she hate his mama. Hate his sister. Hate other black women, but I just love you. Let's go on even further with the message. He says, Messenger Muhammad teaches the black man here in the wilderness of North America to rise up and pull the black woman out of the mud that this evil and corrupt white race has bathed her in. Another fact. When you listen to the message, he told us that when you see a black woman who a prostitute, she acting other than her own self. The messenger said he not here to criticize us. He here to put the blame on who the blame is on, the white race. That's the messenger's teaching. So when you had FOI, he didn't say you need to pull the black woman out the mud because she ain't no good and she just filthy and indecent. No, he said the mud that she been bathed in by the white race.
Yes.
Let's go on in first. This the kicker. He says, but before the black man can elevate his woman, he must be rinsed of the dirt and grime himself.
That's right.
That's what the Shahrazad brother don't like. You got to rinse yourself before you start trying to rinse her. So if you ain't rinsed, you can't talk about her. That was that 4 hour with the message. But it even get even better than that. He says before the black man can elevate his woman, he must be rinsed of the dirt and crime himself and refined by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Not just because you listening to Shahrazad and you all like the man. No. You ain't refined by the messenger until you a registered Muslim. Then once you leave, you back unrefined. That was FOI with the message.
Yes, sir.
You could quote your lessons. You can hear the messenger, know his lectures, his tapes. But you ain't refined unless you in the ranks. So when you in the ranks, you done rinsed yourself. Now you can go out and get the black woman out. But if you ain't that, you can't get the black, because you ain't out. You still a hog eater. You still Jenkins, Jackson, Jones, Smith, and Carpack. You still like the white woman. You still a Christian. You still a spook worshiper. So the only way you can rinse yourself is you got to be refined by the message. Let's go on any further than that. It says he must be rinsed of the dirt and crime himself, and refined by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the master refiner, with the fullest soap, that soap with brings bubbles of joy, peace, and contentment of mind to us all. The black man who obeys Allah in duty is duty bound to the best of his ability to emulate the messenger of Allah and show his responsibility of protecting, providing for, and maintaining the black Muslim woman. See how the FOI breaking it down. He said, first of all, the messenger teaches the black man in America. That means all of us, the lost founds too. It says Muhammad teaches the black man here in the wilderness of North America to rise up and pull this woman out of the mud that this evil and corrupt white race has bathed her in. That's number one. That's all black men, giving you an understanding. But then he say, first, brother, before you can do that, you got to be rinsed yourself. Only way you can be rinsed is that you got to follow the message. Once you follow the messenger, now you duty bound. Get you a Muslim wife and provide and protect her like the messenger taught.
That's right.
We supposed to emulate him. That's when you able to go out in the mud, get you a black woman, elevate her, and have her come into the temple.
That's right.
That's the way the messenger said it's supposed to be done. It don't be done because black people hear the message say, oh, I believe when you look in the face of a black. No. You in the ranks? If you ain't in the ranks, you ain't qualified. You just as dirty as she is. Care how much Shahrazad you live, you in the rank? Say no more. Want to hear nothing you got? You ain't been refined. We don't want to hear nothing you got to say about the black woman because you still full of mud. It goes on to say, he says, all praise is forever due to Allah for giving black men this glorious privilege as head of the righteous families in Islam. All praise is due to Allah for giving the man in Islam, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, his light-giving son. So he's saying that we as Muslims, it ain't because of us, it's because of the message. We thank Allah for this privilege to be following him.
Yes.
Because it's us following him that cleanses us, that makes us refined, that makes us qualified to get the black woman out the mud. But all black men need to know, this is what we need to do.
Right.
You too. Whether you in the temple or not, you need to know the condition the black woman in is because of you. Only way you can help her is you got to clean yourself up. Only way you can clean yourself up is follow the message. If you don't do that, nigga, you just as dirty as her. We don't care nothing about the Shahrazad talk, the Kevin Samuel. Not with a Muslim who follow the message. Let's go on any further than that. He said, Messenger Muhammad has returned to the black woman who follows him the beauty mark, which distinguishes her from her sisters who are yet astray in the coffins of evil. So he still ain't disrespected. But he letting it be known, the sisters that's been refined, it's the ones who follow the message. But the ones who haven't been refined and still in the mud is the ones who don't. They sisters. Let's go on any further than that. Now let's talk about this skunk, because we trying to squeeze it all in. Now we're going to talk about why we call this white woman a skunk. This comes from the messenger. And I forgot to write the date. This came from 1972. Think it was June. I was rushing this morning, so I forgot to write these dates. But this was from the Theology of Time. I'm going to put the date for this one on the video. The messenger said, God taught me that the white man is the skunk of the planet Earth. Don't get afraid. I've been here for 40 years. He's so wicked and filthy. God called him the skunk of the planet Earth. That's what we got to understand. God didn't call the white woman a snow bunny. He said she's the skunk of the planet Earth. Because she's a skunk because she leaves a foul odor everywhere she goes. The white woman back during the time, about 50 years ago, being a domestic laborer or a maid was the only job for a black woman. The white woman in this country has never exhibited the qualities of a wife. But the white man created an environment where the skunk can be a skunk. Coward black man loved the skunk. The skunk would practice segregation, where a black woman couldn't drink from the same water fountain as a white woman could. But that same black woman could come in the white woman's house, cook her food, raise her children, cook and clean, while the white woman do nothing. She didn't have to work. So why didn't she do it for herself? Because she hates the black woman. She loved to see the black woman leave her children, leave her responsibilities in her house to come clean her house. She liked that. She liked while she's sitting down looking at I Dream of Jeannie, sipping on lemonade, telling Mary, hey, come fill my cup up. Oh, the baby crying, go give him some milk. Move this furniture over there, I need this rearranged. You know, Mr. Charlie get home at 4, when you gonna cook the supper? While she's neglecting her own children. Just like this skunk today. Love the chicken-hearted nigger man. Where she can still do the same thing today. Take the black man from his woman. Watch the black woman suffer. Go to them parties with all them single sisters while she acting like she. With the coward nigger man holding her hand like this my queen. I provide, I make 30 million. This my queen with our children. That's a coward black man. That's a black man that need to be re-educated. So let's go on even further with the message. Now we want to listen to a sister. This sister's name, this is from the June 7, 1974 Muhammad Speech. It's called A New Black Woman. This is written by Sister Evelyn Muhammad. She says, today we see a new black woman who represents a new world of righteousness that will stand forever under the guidance of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. As we travel throughout North America, we see the new black woman who was once in the mud. This is a sister that was elevated by her brother. Saw her out in the mud, offered her something that can help. Now she looking back. Now she talking about how we can look all over the country now. About this new black woman. It says, as we travel throughout North America, we see the new black woman who was once in the mud, emerging. She is being transformed from the inside out, physically and mentally. Under the guidance of Messenger Muhammad, we have been put in a new thought, which is changing our old way of thinking and causing us to take on a new growth. That's what snakes like Shahrazad don't tell. That's why the messenger never had sisters teaching brothers.
Right.
Sisters teach sisters and brothers. We don't know what's her motive. She picked me at heart. She want the man to like her. She hate herself. So since she hate herself, she hate the black woman. So she say, I see an opportunity. I see Farrakhan changing the teachers. I'm going to weasel my way in and do like he doing. But I'm going to do it with the sisters. Everybody going to see her flying under the radar and ain't going to say nothing to her. But if you was an MGT like this sister, she say, we can go all over the country now and see the new black woman. The ones who changed by a new thought that the messenger teach. Not that we can go all over the city. The whole country.
Yes.
A black woman who was in the mud, but they emerging now with a new thought that causes them to grow from within. That was the message. Then she goes on to say, she says, he teaches us, no, we look younger and feel younger. Live. With this, we desire to be clothed. He teaches us how to eat to live. With this, we desire to be clothed in the best manner in order to gain respect from the righteous people of the earth. We, the black woman, have shed the scanty, disgraceful clothes of the world of falsehood, crescendo, that is on its way out. Whatever the devil white race declared was the style, we wore it, regardless to whether it looked good or not, because we had no mind of our own. Same with the brother. That's why the messenger said we got to re-educate the black man. He don't have a mind of his own. He don't understand that he's supposed to elevate his woman. He don't understand he's supposed to respect this woman like his woman don't understand. You ain't supposed to wear the same clothes a white woman wears. She a skunk. We didn't know they was a skunk. But when you know they a skunk, now you got a new thought process. Now you stop following the skunk. Now you start growing from within. You stop having the same desires that you once had just by having a new thought. So she goes on. She says, we who have had our eyes open have come to the knowledge of understanding are the only ones who see the devil as he is. Those who are spiritually blind to the knowledge of the devil continues to follow him. Those who have heard the teachings and pretend they are following Allah and his messenger and then are not practicing what they claim they are following are called hypocrites. She also gets a little peeking about people who claim to believe in the messenger but ain't really following him. She telling you you will see how they are by what they practice. If you don't see them practicing what the messenger taught, then what you call hypocrites. She said those who have heard the teachings and pretend they are following Allah and his messenger and then are not practicing what they claim they are following are called hypocrites. Messenger Muhammad teaches us that the white race is shameless and there is nothing too low for them to do. They desire that we follow into hellfire with them. They are the skunks of the planet Earth. Praise be to Allah, Messenger Muhammad has given us a new thought which has completely turned around our ways of life to a life that is meaningful and productive by teaching us the true history of how we got into this condition and what we must do in order to elevate ourselves to the top of civilization where we, the black nation of Islam, belong. So I gotta squeeze one more thing in. One more. But the messenger teaches us how we got into this situation. That's one of the things that the black man must be re-educated. How did the black woman get in this condition? That's one thing snakes like Shahrazad don't tell. How'd she get in this condition? And if she got in this condition, it got to be a way she can get out. Let's go on in first. Now we got to get into the message. Because you also got a lot of people who stealing from the message. This is IUIC. I couldn't leave them out. They say mixing race relations explain. Is it a sin? So now you got all of these black people who's speaking against race mixing. This is another one. This is IUIC Las Vegas. It says God does not approve of interracial marriage. Then they got one with Dr. Umar Johnson. This is IUIC Iowa. It said jungle fever is not of God. But we all learned this from the message. And what we gonna do to end it off, we gonna read from the messenger's Muslim program. This was the first program ever made for the black man in America. This was when these niggas still had their slave names. They still didn't love the black man to go out and teach them. Nobody did. But the messenger came up with a program for 50 million black people in America. We can't read all of them. We just gonna read some of them. What the Muslims believe. Point number 5. It says we believe in the resurrection of the dead. Not in physical resurrection, but a mental resurrection. We believe that the so-called Negroes are most in need of a mental resurrection. Therefore, they will be resurrected first. Furthermore, we believe we are the people of God's choice. As it has been written, that God would choose the rejected and the despised. We can find no other persons fitting this description in these last days more than the so-called Negroes in America. We believe in the resurrection of the righteous. That was the message. Not only did he tell us that we need to be re-educated, he told us this is what the Bible calls the resurrection. Black man need to be re-educated because he mentally dead. And we living in the resurrection. This is the time for the resurrection of the mentally dead black man and woman. Number 7, we believe this is the time in history for the separation of the so-called Negroes and the so-called white Americans. We believe the black man should be free in name as well as in fact. By this, we mean that he should be freed from the names imposed upon him by his former slave master. Names which identify him as being a slave master slave. We believe that if we are free indeed, we should go in our own people's names. The black peoples of the earth. That's the message. Before these copycat niggas in IUIC, before Shabazz, before Kevin Samuels, before Umar Johnson, before the Panthers, you had the message. Mentally resurrecting the black man. Not only is this a mental resurrection, not only do you need to be re-educated, but the names you got. If you free, we need to go in the names of our own people. Right. Not still be Coach Moore. Let's go on any further than that. Number 9, it says we believe that the offer of integration is hypocritical and is made by those who are trying to deceive the black peoples into believing that their 400-year-old open enemies of freedom, justice, and equality are all of a sudden their friends. Furthermore, we believe that such a deception is intended to prevent black people from realizing that the time in history has arrived for the separation of the whites of this from the whites of this nation. If the white people are truly truthful about their professed friendship towards the so-called Negro, they can prove it by dividing up America with their slaves. Messenger had the best program in the world.
That's right.
That's true. Don't give us a skunk. Let the niggas who want a skunk, if they want a skunk, let the nigga have a skunk. But all black people should be off something for themselves. Yes. Let's go on with the message. He says, we do not believe that America will ever be able to furnish enough jobs for her own millions of unemployed, in addition to the jobs of the 20 million black people as well. Number 11, we believe our women should be respected and protected as women of other nationalities are respected and protected. Number 12, we believe that Allah God appeared in the person of Master W. Farad Muhammad, July 1930, the long-awaited Messiah of the Christians and the Mahdi of the Muslims. We believe further and lastly that Allah is God, and besides him there is no God, and he will bring about a universal government of peace wherein we all can live in peace together. That's the most important. We believe God came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. He the long-awaited Savior. He the Messiah of the Christians and the Mahdi of the Muslims. He is the one who's going to establish a universal government of peace. Him and him alone. Going even further. Now we talking about what the Muslims want. We speeding through. It says we want our people in America, whose parents or grandparents were descendants from slaves, to be allowed to establish a separate state or territory of their own, either on this continent or elsewhere. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to provide such land, and that the area must be fertile and minerally rich. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to maintain and supply our needs in this separate territory for the next 20 or 25 years, until we are able to produce our own and supply our own needs. Since we cannot get along with them in peace and equality, after giving them 400 years of our sweat and blood, and receiving in return some of the worst treatment human beings have ever experienced, we believe our contributions to this land and the suffering forced upon us by America justifies our demand for complete separation in a state or territory of our own. I was listening to the message. Break this down last week. This the blessed program that any black man has ever brought forth for the black man. If you telling us that you really for real with your friendship, divide up America. Because we feel that you obligated anyway. You obligated to give us a separate territory that's minerally rich and fertile. And you are obligated to supply our needs for 20 to 25 years until we can do it for ourselves, since we can't get along with you. Let's go on any further than that. He says we want freedom for all believers of Islam now held in federal prisons. We want freedom for all black men and women now under death sentence in innumerable prisons in North America as well as South, or North as well as South. We want every black man and woman to have the freedom to accept or reject being separated from the slave master's children and establish a land of their own. We know that the above plan for the solution of the black and white conflict is the best and only answer to the problem between the two people. That's what we know. We know that the messenger has the best and only solution to the problem. The best and only solution to the problem is not integrating with a skunk, a race of skunks. A race of skunks who are skunk all over the planet Earth. But the best thing for us to do is to separate in a land of our own and accept our own and be ourselves. Then the messenger goes on. Point number 10, last one. He said, we believe that intermarriage or race mixing should be prohibited. We want the religion of Islam taught without hindrance or suppression. These are some of the things that we, the Muslims, want for our people in North America. We got to make this clear. Because as the Muslims are silent, everybody trying to steal the wisdom of the messenger as their own. The messenger is the one who is the messenger in this resurrection. Because we believe that God came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, July 4th, 1930. He is the long-awaited Savior. He is the Messiah of the Christians and the Mahdi of the Muslims. And he is the one, him and him alone, who's going to bring about a government of peace wherein we all can live in peace together. Well, brothers and sisters, we don't want to prolong the time. So I leave you as I came in the nation of Islam's greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. Brothers and sisters, we rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the merciful, soul master's day of judgment in which we now live. The alone do we serve, and the alone beseech for thine help and aid. O Allah, please guide us on the right path, path of those upon whom thou bestow thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none is earth to be served, worship, or praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is thy true servant and last apostle. Ameen. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us not to do anything to anyone that we wouldn't have done it to ourselves, and treat everybody right, even the devil. Assalamu alaikum.